There's a new offensive coordinator more than likely coming in. We'll pivot over into that now. Just know that I'm not happy about this Derek Carr restructure because it's kicking the can down the road to keep him with us. And the money, which was already horribly written up front, is just going to be drawn out longer. It's it's just going to be drawn out longer. I guess the Saints really believe in this Derek Carr regime because I don't. Again, Miss Benson, Mr. Loomis, Dennis Allen. You don't get the respect of being called Mr. Allen. That's just a little petty. Y'all can't convince me you want to win football games. Continue to be comfortable. Continue to do what you've been doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, just keep doing that, and we'll see what the Saints franchise is in a couple of seasons. But on a brighter note, the New Orleans Saints are closing in on their next offensive coordinator, hopefully, as Klint Kubiak, the 49ers passing game coordinator, is on the radar for the New Orleans Saints, and it's all but confirmed, as even Wikipedia has Klint Kubiak as the New Orleans Saints offensive coordinator, but they didn't specifically put the hire date. They're just assuming that he's going to be brought in. And the deal can't be finalized until the Super Bowl is over, so that's why the Saints have not went on and signed him yet. But just a little look at, Klint Kubiak's history: 2010 and 11, offensive quality control coach at A&M, grad assistant for an A&M in 2012, Minnesota Vikings 2013 and 14, offensive quality control again. Stop at Kansas in 2015 for wide receivers coach. Denver Broncos offensive assistant through 16 through 18. Minnesota Vikings quarterback coach 2019 and 20, offensive coordinator in 21, Broncos passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach in 2022, which we know how horribly the Broncos were in 2022. Broncos were in 2022, excuse me. And the San Francisco 49ers passing game coordinator in 2023. At least we're chasing an offensive minded guy for the position, a guy that's had a lot of experience and as of, um, even as of recently, is with a great team like the San Francisco 49ers. Niners offense was second in yards, third in points, fourth in pass yards per game, and second in the NFL in passing touchdowns. So the Saints have their eyes on the right guy. They really do. You can see he began his career as a Broncos offensive assistant under his father, Gary Kubiak, in 2016. And when he was the offensive coordinator in 2021 for the Vikings, they finished 12th in total offense and 14th in scoring offense. So 12th in yards, 14th in points. So, not horrible, but Clint Kubiak didn't stay on the staff after Mike Zimmer was fired prior to the 2022 year. Enter Kevin O'Connell. And, all the remarkable things that he's done over with the Minnesota Vikings. My only concern is I'm hoping the Saints didn't jump the gun here because it's like I was saying earlier, and I said we were going to address it later on in the show. Whenever you're on a staff, I won't even necessarily say players get as much credit, but when you're on a elite winning staff like with the Ravens or 49ers or the Chiefs, you're going to get a lot of credit. But this guy's been an offensive coordinator for 1 year. It was under Minnesota in 2021. Not horrible, about middle of the pack. And he was a passing game coordinator for 1 year with the San Francisco 49ers, who have one of the best front offices and coaching staffs in the NFL. It's kind of like we talk about Brock Purdy being that system quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo was just about as good. Brock Purdy is clearly better, but the system is built to have you succeed. And that's not a knock. But I don't know if it's a matter of can Brock Purdy and, for this conversation's sake, Klint Kubiak overcome dysfunction, because we have some of that here in New Orleans. Let's just call it what it is. Dennis Allen is still going to be his head coach. I pray Dennis Allen turns play calling duties over to Klint Kubiak, and I'm all but 100% sure that he will. But I just hope the Saints didn't jump the gun again for a guy that's only been an OC for 1 year. And, outside of being some quality control coaches here and there, yes, he did get to, coach alongside of Kyle Shanahan, which has got to feel great. He's, in the same vicinity as, Kyle Shanahan, as Steve Wilks. So that is a very positive takeaway there. But more than anything, I want to see more play action out of this offense. Derek Carr is one of the best play action passers in terms of completion percentage in the NFL. He's one of the greatest third down, one of the best third down play action passers in his career. I want him to coach Derek Carr out of the hero/frustrated throws. Oh, I'm throwing check down after pass after pass. I'm going to just heave one downfield. We saw him do that to Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave, Michael Thomas a couple times this year. We saw him do that. And I want him to coach Derek Carr out of those also hero throws as well. He only threw 2 pick sixes this year, painfully enough. I was in the stadium when he threw both of them. One in New Orleans against the Jags and another one in Atlanta against the Falcons. But I'm really hoping he can coach Derek Carr out of these hero throws, out of these frustration throws, and open this offense back up with the creativity that we saw in. Yes, I do want to move on from the Sean Payton era, but that Sean Payton spoiled us on. Those great passing yards per game, the schemes, the passing touchdowns, the offensive efficiency, the capability. Show me that you are not suffering from ineptitude with this offense, because that is the vibe the Saints gave me. Yes, again, Derek Carr led the league in passing touchdowns over the last 4 or 5 weeks, and the Saints were 11th in passing offense in the year, which doesn't even feel like it because we played like a 9-8 football team. We played like one, arguably worse at certain times. I'm not necessarily excited that we played well against bad defense over the last quarter of the year. We did what we were supposed to do because we also have seen the Saints play down to their competition. But I'm hoping, like I said with Dennis Allen, maybe this is a new regime. Maybe this is a new identity, not a pop gun offense. We can bring in some players. Not the case over 2 years. Not the case at all. And I'm hoping with Klint Kubiak going to be hired, that this offense can open back up, be more creative, utilize your stars, get your role players in there more effectively, use Rashid Shaheed more effectively, put Jimmy Graham in for more than 15 targets a year, 6 catches, 4 touchdowns, use Chris Olave some more, get Kamara more creative in space, get Taysom Hill on more than just quarterback draws and quarterback powers. Give me some better decision making and situational offense, especially in the red zone, because we know that's where Derek Carr struggles the most. If he can get Derek Carr to be more efficient and have better decision making in the red zone and just overall situationally for this offense, the Saints will be in a good position because we know the Saints struggled in the red zone last year. And if you can't convert when you get down to the red zone, you're going to live by the field goal, but you're also going to die by the field goal when you do not get those points. So I think it's going to be a good hire for Klint Kubiak to come in as the Saints offensive coordinator. I'm very excited for this. And if for some reason he has a crazy offensive outing, if the Niners have a crazy offensive outing, Saints fans are going to be even more excited. And it's going to be good to get some fresh eyes, a fresh spirit, some fresh legs, for lack of better words, in here for the Saints offensive coordinator position.